Hey, what's up? This is Jason from AtomicMartians Toy Reviews, and in this episode we are reviewing not one but two G.I. Joe Renegades figures. We have Firefly and Duke. Also, we're reviewing not one but two DC Universe figures with Magog and StarGirl. So, stay tuned.
First up on the review docket, we got DC Universe Magog
And StarGirl.
Bam. These guys are from wave what?
19.
19.
Now,
Jeez
this is probably two of the last DC UC figures we'll probably be reviewing on the show.
Yeah.
Because there's only one more wave coming out in stores, and I sure as hell ain't going to be ordering anything off Maddie Collector every month, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to be paying $22 for DC UC figures off Maddie every month, so
ain't gonna happen.
sorry about your bad luck. But this seems to be a pretty good wave. I mean, both these figures look great.
These are probably the only two figures I really care about from this wave. Magog looks freaking beast.
Yeah.
And StarGirl,
She looks
she's
hot.
just a fan favorite.
Yeah, she looks good. I like her.
I think she looks like a schoolgirl, so, you know, jailbait.
What do you call me, a pedophile? Don't you be calling me a pedophile.
I'm not
I was acquitted of all charges, all right?
All right. Jeez, okay.
Anyway, these are from JSA Wave, and I'm not really familiar with JSA. Do you?
Oh,
you know much about
so,
it?
like, Justice Society of America, or JSA for short, it was supposed to be like the precursor to the Justice League. Justice Society was originally from back in the 1940s, around World War II, and many years later they came out with the Justice League of America in the 60s, and sometime after that they said, let's bring back the Justice Society.
Okay.
So they did that.
And who are the other members? We have the Sandman
and the Atom and Hawkman, and then Golden Age Flash, Golden Age Green Lantern,
Lord Naga. Who's Lord Naga?
I think
he's a villain. Or?
He's a villain, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Hawkman's in Justice League and Justice Society.
He's just in the Society right now.
Oh, okay.
He's like one of those guys that'll go back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He goes both ways.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he will tear shit up.
Yeah. The Collect and Connect figure is, of course, Stripe, and Stripe goes with StarGirl, StarGirl and Stripe.
And he could fight Magog.
Yeah. Now, who's Magog? What's his deal?
Oh yeah. Magog first came up in this series called Kingdom Come in the early '90s, and what Kingdom Come was a series about the future for superheroes, which was really cool. But basically, it was like they've all gone a step too far, and Magog was kind of the leader of heroes that weren't afraid to kill villains.
Oh.
So it was pretty cool.
So he's sort of like Cable, almost.
Yeah.
A little bit like Cable?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
His look is a lot like Cable.
Yeah, he definitely
He's got
looks
the
like,
one metal arm.
like a Rob Liefeld drawing, like character or something.
Yeah.
You know?
But recently, Magog was reintroduced into continuity as a pretty good hero. And actually, I think he just died not too long ago.
No. Well, rest in peace, Magog.
No more future for him.
I barely knew you.
Yeah.
And StarGirl, of course, is the... basically, she was a cheerleader. High school cheerleader girl, you know, probably drove a pink car and, hung out with other cheerleader friends.
Probably hung out with the jocks.
And then she found a magical belt and gained a bunch of superpowers, and now she could fly and fight crime and do all kinds of cool stuff. So, yeah.
And then her dad or stepdad, is Stripe.
Yeah, he decided, hey, this is a perfect way to bond with my new stepdaughter by teaming up with her and being a superhero together. That's just normal.
I'm going to be honest, StarGirl and Stripe kind of sound like a Joss Whedon show.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Hit Girl and Big Daddy, too.
Yeah.
A little bit. Or Heroes. But I don't really want to remember Heroes, so let's not bring that back up. Anyway, so let's get these open and check them out.
Let's do it.
All right, we got these out of package, and here they are. StarGirl's pretty hot, and she comes with this rod, and she's very good at holding the rod as well. So
She knows how to work it.
yep, she does.
And, comes with experience. That kind of thing doesn't happen overnight,
And she rides the rod a lot.
Yeah,
and that's how she flies around.
That's how she gets around.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
gets
true.
around.
Now, what about Cable lookalike over there? What's his deal?
Yeah, Magog here is pretty dang sweet. I like how they did the body and everything on him. He also comes with a rod. It looks like he can hold it a little bit better than StarGirl over there.
Yeah, he likes holding the rod as well.
Yeah, but well, he was in the Marines, so he knows how to handle pretty much anything.
Yeah. Now, one thing I don't like about Magog is the fact that his gun here, which looks really cool in holster,
It's right on top of his dick,
and it doesn't leave the holster either. It's non-removable.
he's a Marine,
Yeah,
and improvisation is one of their greatest little assets that they have. Improvisation.
I guess so.
So you run out of protective cups. What do? You put a gun in front of your Johnson and you glue it in place.
So it doesn't. So if you get shot in your junk, you're fine.
Yeah.
Just make sure the gun's not loaded, because it might go off.
Yeah. Hopefully he was smart enough to do that.
Yeah, his gun might go off prematurely. Now, StarGirl, of course, comes with her clear yellow rod here, and then she has pretty decent articulation. For about the same as most female characters. She has some torso twists, and her legs bend up pretty good, and her knees come back and everything. But overall, pretty standard. I don't know. I think the sculpting looks great. I think she's really cute looking, and you could do some pretty cool poses with her.
Very much so. I like the paint job more than anything.
Yeah.
I really like the top and shorts because it's blue, but it's kind of metallic blue.
Yeah, and the gloves and the belt are really shiny too. And I don't always like shiny accessories or clothing or whatever, but it works for her for some reason. I don't know. The shininess works.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
I definitely agree. Magog over here has also got some neat colors, but he's a little bit more toned down. Mm-hmm. He's all gold up top here, and with the staff and all. And what I thought was really interesting was this little bandolier that he's got going on is actually sculpted onto the figure. It's not removable, which I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it should have been removable. But you know what? I like it because it's nice to see that they put the thought in there and said, he never takes it off anyway. Why make it removable? And it looks good. It looks better than if they made it removable. And it doesn't interfere with articulation like it would.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about it flopping around or not lined up in the certain spot. It's always going to be where it is supposed to be.
Exactly.
So sometimes having stuff not removable or clothing not removable is a good thing.
Very much so.
For posability.
Yeah. And also some other things I noticed on this figure. It looks like they used some new sculpts here. Check out the legs. Normally that stuff would be flat, skin tight. But they gave him, the actual pants and new boots and everything.
And he has a ton of pouches.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely looks like he's out of '94.
Yep.
He would give. I can't wait to have a Cable Magog meetup.
Yeah. He even kind of has a Cable eye too,
Yes,
where it's white and he has the lines around it.
Yeah.
And then
it's like when they designed them, they're like, get about as close to Cable as you can without getting us sued.
Yeah.
So they gave him
rhino horns, or ram horns, ram horns, not rhino.
And then later they're like, justify it.
Yeah. I mean, he looks great. I mean, I think it's a really cool sculpt. I think the figure looks fantastic. Yeah, God, I can't get over the fact that the gun's not removable.
Yeah,
that's
I really thought it was.
Yeah, it's a nice sculpt though. But it would be really nice to be able to have the gun in one hand and staff in the other.
Yeah.
So overall, I think both these figures look great. I think the fact that DC is kind of winding down. It's nice to see that they're still coming out with some original characters and stuff like that.
Quality product.
Exactly.
Definitely agree.
There's a few paint splotches or missing paint on this figure. There's a spot on her butt. I don't know. I'd swear I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So if you like DC figures, and I would highly recommend going out and picking these up. This looks like a pretty cool wave. And
definitely. Also, if you want to build up your JSA team builders, there you go.
There you go. You have these two, and then there's a couple others, and there you go. You're set. So cool. All right, next up we have G.I. Joe figures. I have Duke.
And I got Firefly.
Booyah.
Bam, right at you.
Now, these are based on the Renegades figures from the Renegades cartoon characters. So they look a little bit different than your traditional Firefly and traditional Duke figure. The packaging even says Renegades across the top, right above the G.I. Joe logo, and then the image, of course, is more of a cartoony picture of the character from the cartoon. So, I don't know.
It's pretty sweet.
So, what do you think of the package so far?
I'm liking it. I like the 30th anniversary style package anyway. I think it's kind of cool. I like the animated pictures here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not per se a fan of that animation style, but I like that they put it on the package, and that's cool. They're not making them something they are. Yeah. So, let's open these bitches up. Let's talk about these Joes. Let's start off with Duke. Tell me about Duke, Jason.
This Duke is supposed to be based on the Renegades Duke, but he actually looks a lot different than the Renegades Duke. He still has a tan vest and everything, but the head sculpt is much different than the cartoon. He actually looks a little bit older, a little bit more rugged. Head sculpt, less Asian, yeah. And of course, the pants and the undershirt are different colors than in the cartoon. He had a very light green attire in the cartoon, and this one is much darker. It looks like a black shirt and then dark green pants. He comes with this plasma rifle type gun here. 4 of these hand pistols, which are his traditional weapon in the cartoon, and he comes with a random gas mask. So, but overall, I think he looks good. So.
You know, I think the gas mask maybe not that random. My guess for Roblox atomic farts.
That's possible. When Roadblock stinks up the big paddy wagon that we've been driving around in, you know, he needs a gas mask to survive. What about Firefly? What do we got?
All right, Firefly here does not look like a saboteur. He looks like he's way too obvious to be walking around as a saboteur. You know, I can't imagine him sneaking around the G.I. Joe complex with all this crap dangling from him. But he's still pretty cool. Mm-hmm. He comes with a sweet plasma shotgun thing and a machine gun here.
A mortar launcher.
Mortar launcher, and this machine gun. It looks like a machine gun.
It's a sawed-off AK. Maybe, you know, it lists all the weapons on the back of the package. If you need to.
Assault rifle.
Yeah.
This is an assault rifle. It's not a sawed-off AK.
Well, it has it has an ammo clip like an AK.
This is G.I. Joe assault rifle here. These are official terms, all right?
It's still sawed-off.
You know, G.I. Joe's an officially government-sponsored team. Cobra's just making do with what they can, and you gotta point out the flaws here. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so he's also got these cool. I like the fact that he's got the shells on the arm. That's really cool. Except the kind of a bummer they're not removable, but I mean that's like a choking hazard. Yeah. And he comes with a knife for stabbing people. Mm-hmm. Kind of makes sense. And this rocket, no launcher to go with the rocket. Budgetary it's just budgetary cutbacks for Cobra, you know, so you just throw it really hard as you can, and you know what, Chief? Yeah. That's probably good enough.
Or you're like in Expendables, you can throw it up and then shoot it in the air.
Exactly.
Look at the movie. And he comes with a cell phone to call his lady. Yeah. His lady friend.
Let's talk about the cell phone for a minute. This is definitely like a flip. We're talking like 95 Motorola here. Yeah. For a world-class saboteur, I don't think he would be using such a chintzy phone. I think he would like have stolen the latest iPhone 5, right from iPhone 6 even. Yeah. Right from Steve Jobs' bed.
Yeah. Instead, he's walking around with like a Zach Morris phone. It's like a Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, what's up, Kelly? Yeah, we could totally go to Max's tonight. Yeah. And we're gonna go check out that newfangled internet. What's up with that? Budgetary cutbacks. Yeah.
Speaking of budgetary cutbacks, if you notice on the back of the card on both of these figures, they list accessories and stuff that these figures are supposed to come with that they don't actually come with. Yeah. Like Duke was originally supposed to come with a backpack with grappling line, and Firefly was supposed to come with a bunch of saboteur equipment that he
demolitions pack to go on his back. Maybe this is the mobile detonation device.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You know, when we say mobile detonation device, he means he calls the guy standing by the bomb and says, "Okay, press the button now," and they run off. He comes with a machete, you know, because he's got to plant bombs in the jungle. Mm-hmm. He's helping them take down those trees for farmland, and also an axe for chopping those trees down with a machete, and the bombs just don't do it.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have the axe, so.
You know, he doesn't have it with him, so. You know.
So I thought that was kind of strange. I mean, I guess at the last minute, Hasbro decided to cut some corners and and not release these figures with certain items that they originally said they were going to, even to the point where it was actually listed on the back of the package as item that's included, and it's not included. So that's kind of strange, but what are you gonna do? And I know a lot of, some people are kind of mixed as far as his head sculpt and everything, but I actually kind of like the head sculpt. I like the fact that his nose is exposed, and he doesn't quite look as much like a ninja, which I always thought was kind of strange for Firefly, because he really, even though he was trained in martial arts, he wasn't technically a ninja. So I always thought it was kind of strange that he looked like a different colored Storm Shadow. But this figure obviously does not look like a different color Storm Shadow. In fact, he looks completely different than any other Firefly I ever made, I think, or any other Cobra figure ever made for the most part.
Yeah, I guess he's different from even the Resolute Firefly. That's the one I could think
he's a
of
lot
being
different,
really like the most similar, but he was even different from that.
But overall, I think this Firefly looks awesome. I think he's really cool, and I like it when Hasbro decides to make characters look different than what you're used to seeing.
Yeah, I say it's a really interesting take on the character, and it's kind of refreshing. I like to see something new. Even, it's not my favorite Firefly, because I like the classic Firefly, but I can still appreciate this for what it is, and I like the step that they took and the direction they went with this.
But of course, with both these figures, I do not like the accessories. The fact that each comes with a random missile, I think, is extremely stupid. I would have rather he come with like a briefcase or something, anything but just a random missile. It doesn't make any sense. And the fact that Duke comes with an obnoxiously large amount of these guns. I mean, these guns are cool, but I don't. What are you going to do with them? You have one.
Is he like a monkey with feet here or something? It's like he carries them with the feet. G.I. Joe should train a monkey to use all those guns.
Well,
he can
they
hang
have
on
to.
with his tail.
Yeah. And the gas mask, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of these type of gas masks. And also, I'm always concerned when you're trying to cram these things onto the figure, you're going to scrape some of the paint off and everything like that, or damage the figure. And this is like the most generic, Rise of Cobra gun that I've ever seen.
No, I think it's even. Yeah. I don't even think it meets Rise of Cobra standards, honestly.
Well, I think that gun came with like a ton of Rise of Cobra figures. To tell you the truth.
Did they steal this from the core? Is that where they got it from?
I don't know. So I think a lot of the weapons and accessories they definitely went skimpy on, and it's kind of disappointing. But overall, the sculpts and the look of the figures look fantastic. So you may have to do some weapon swapping. You might have to go find, dig through a bag full of assault rifles.
Or just go buy that one Sergeant Stalker that comes with a bunch of guns.
Yeah, exactly. But I think you can do some cool poses with them. Another weird thing about Duke too is he does have the new wrist articulation where you can bend the hand down and everything, and you can move it up and down, which is a really nice feature. I love that feature. But the problem is, I think it doesn't quite match up with his forearms. His forearms are really skinny, so when you add that articulation, it makes his wrist look very like round and lumpy.
It looks like he's having an allergic attack just on his wrist.
Exactly.
Maybe he ate a peanut.
Something like that, and of course the color, they painted. Well, they gave him a watch, but that really doesn't cover anything up or help matters at all. It's not 100% noticeable. It's not something that's really going to stick out to you. But if you really look at the character or the figure, you're going to notice how lumpy and round his wrists look.
Yeah,
I think they should have made his forearms a little bit larger, and it would have been a little bit more of a smoother transition. But I like the wrist, and I don't want them to stop using it. So I'm willing to, deal with that. So. But overall, I don't know. Those are my qualms about it. Do you have any other qualms?
I really agree with you on the wrist thing here. Firefly's got the same wrist, but you don't notice it because they cover it up with the sleeve. So yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty happy. I agree with you. I really love especially the Duke. I like the look of the Duke a lot. I think he looks really sweet.
He's only like the 50th Duke or something like that they made.
Yeah, seriously. Who cares about Duke? He's not a ninja. Yeah.
Now, the other figures in this wave are Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander. So really, the first Renegades wave is 4 of the most produced G.I. Joe figures. With like Snake Eyes as being one of the most produced. Duke has been multi-produced, and also Cobra Commander. Firefly is probably the 5th or 6th most produced figure. So, so it's kind of disappointing because there's no real unique figures in this wave, but I think all the ones they've made look pretty good and are a little bit different than other renditions of the same figure. So, I would recommend picking, especially these two up. And the Cobra Commander Snake Eyes look pretty cool too. So.
All right, so thanks for watching another episode of Atomic Martian Toy Reviews. For me and the toys here, thanks for stopping by. Also, be sure to check out our site, www.atomicmartians.com. From there, you can watch our videos, find cool news, go click on stuff to go buy toys. Check out our sponsors, tshortbordella.com, radartoys.com, bigbadtoystore.com, and tenacioustoys.com. Also, check us out on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on the whole fucking internet. So look at it. Just open up a computer, get out from under your rock, and look at it because we're there. We're on YouTube.com. Check out our channel. And, of course, just post a comment or something. If you want to see something on the show, if you got a question, got a comment, just leave a comment. We might give you a shout-out on the show. And stick around next week because we're going to have the very special Cheapie Awards. This is the down and dirty best of the worst. All right? This is in the beauty pageant of toys we got here today. No, sir. No, sir. This is the real shit, all right? This is what they got down to the hood. So stick around.
Try to get her to hold the rod. I can't get it.
Yeah, you gotta show her how to
You have a
hold
problem
it
with finding girls to hold the rod, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta show them, Jay. It's not, they don't
Sometimes you just gotta pull it out,
Whip out the rod and say,
look, Magog, he's a
Excuse
pro.
me, do you mind holding this for a while?
that's what you say, and that's how it's done.
If you're a pro, people.
Yeah. If you're Matt, you just get slapped in the face.